let's get this show rolling. Show rolling. Let's get show running. What's up? Oh, man, let's send out the black signal. Make sure that the family can join us. According to the signals, we are streaming live on Facebook. Wonder if we on YouTube yet. I wonder if we are on YouTube yet. I do not know. But hey, we're going to do what we can with what we can with where we can. So family, let's go and make sure everything is rolling. Oh, I forgot to set up. Okay. Oh, I'm up. Okay. Check 1, check 2. We up. All right. Let me check the dashboard. Make sure where we are. Shouts out to the family. Constantly building. We are going at 41 frames per second, 35 frames per second at this point in time, at a 1920 by 1080 resolution, supposedly. Giving some of the family time to get in. Let's go and make the adjustments that we need to make. Let's renew the screens that we need to renew. Family. Laying around, catching up on some old TV shows. I got one TV show that I'm watching and I'm 7 seasons behind. Another that me and my daughters are watching. And we are 4 seasons behind. So we don't have to wait for them to bring them back out. All we got to do is just watch. So we are up on YouTube as well. We have a warrior training today. And I will be coming at you with some more announcements all throughout this next week. Be looking for some Facebook ads because we're going to be throwing them up. We're going to be throwing up some ads. Yes, we are. I could take this down. Let me go here. Make sure everything is straight on. Because it say we live on Facebook, but I like to put my eyes on it because they could tell you anything, right? So let me scoot this in. We'll get up. We got about an hour or so that we could go on and toast and talk. I'm going to go and do the toast, and I'm going to open up the lines. It's some old news that I haven't covered. I haven't found any interesting news. You know what I'm saying? Shaka say 7 seasons. Yeah. Like I was telling the people the other day, I'm going through my YouTube timeline, and it's not as lively as it used to be. I don't know if I'm the only one that's noticing this about YouTube, because, you know, I use YouTube for a lot of things as well as just streaming. There's a lot of good content on YouTube, or it used to be. And on my timeline, they keep popping up Boardwalk Empire. So I seen a couple of them with Chalky White and Nookie Thompson and stuff like that. And I'm looking at it. And you know, they talk about politics and stuff like that. And you get a look at how shit works. And maybe we could talk about that. Because I want to really, you know, because from this first season of Boardwalk Empire, I know some of y'all been watching it a long time. You get an inside look at some of how some politics work, right? It's crazy, right? We got a dude that's basically controlling the city, and he's basically a boss of the city, and all of the people that's working basically for him are related to him in some form of fashion, and you like, damn, that how it works? I mean, I'm not surprised, but I know some people out there that is not putting 2 and 2 together. This is just a TV show. You know what I'm saying? But then you reflect on all the TV shows you have seen over your life, and you look at the current politics, and you start to notice some of the same shit. Right? Right? Like, you know, how? Out of all the people, the qualified people in the world, how is it that Joe Biden's son could end up in the position he's in without the assistance of his father? I mean, let's be honest about it. Come on now. So in many frames, you know, politics is family business. You know what I'm saying? You not only take care of the constituents, you also got to take care of your family. So it is our responsibility. It is our responsibility. Oh, snap. Okay, so when I'm taping, I didn't know that. Okay. So I have to lean a little bit more this way. Let me turn the camera like that. Because the image that y'all seeing, which appears to be showing up right here, on my camera is over here. So a lot of times these images will be covering me. Alright, so I'm a little bit more centered now. So let's go and get to toasting and talking and doing what we need to do. Let me see. One more thing. One other thing. Alright. Alright, cool. We up. Let me go and edit. Go to settings. And share. Alright, so let's move it. I'm at my chat on YouTube. So the best way to watch me, family, if you are with me, is on GNJmedia.live. I repeat, once again, GNJmedia.live. So let's get it started. First, I want to welcome you to the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. And of course, I am your host, your brother Hatim, and this is the Daily Toast. And of course, you know it's a Heart of a Simba production. Will we strive to blow up your old paradigms? That's your only job, explosion. You just explode. Goddamn. Just don't tear nothing up. Man, good help is so hard to find. Am I gonna have to fire all my help again? Well, let's get it started. Woo! Come on, get the energy flowing. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink your water. Nice and deep. Take your breath, man. Drink. Or should we say, breathe, then drink. Take that breath, come on. Man, now grab your glass for that water. Lift this picture of that water. Send that picture of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink. Or should we say, lift, pour, then drink? Man, now, move your body and drink some water. Move your body, drink some water. Stretch that spine. Oh, move your body, drink some water. Oh, man, move your body, stretch like you just wake up. Drink. Or should we say, move, then drink? Shouts out to Lucilo, I see you out there, Brother Kwame. Hey, raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Come on, raise your glass glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, and now take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, live, move, toast. But remember the 4 pillars. Listen, listen. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weighted ounces. Eat a culturally appropriate diet. But hey, remember, take your breath though. Lift and pour. Move your body out, out. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. And drink up. Drink, 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 drink. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink your water, family, family, family. I want to welcome you from wherever you are to wherever we are now. I don't know if that sounded right. But anyway, moving forward, we're going to go and finish drinking our water. We're going to do our toast because I want to leave time open for the family to have a toast and talk. It's time to call in. I will, most of y'all know the number, but I'm going to say the number after we get done with the toast because that's when I want the call-ins so that we can go and get busy as a family. You know what I'm saying? All right. Water felt good this morning. And I went to bed early. Me and my well, Sasha really like heroes. Gina tolerates it. You know what I'm saying? Gina tolerates it, right? But she'll watch it with us. But Sasha really likes heroes. So we started watching, I think it was episode 10 last night. And it's 23 in the first season. I don't know if y'all realize that. It's 23 of them. So, I said, well, we gonna watch all night. But I was like, shit. No. You lied. No, I got home and Sasha said, I lied. No, I'm old. And she'll understand one day. One day she'll understand, right? But I'm old. But family first, giving honor in all seriousness to the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. We lift up our glass, we salute that creator, and we, with one resounding, powerful word, we salute the ancestor and we say, Ashe. Yeah. So me and Sasha, we're going through season 1. I really never made it past season 1. I do remember one with the carnival. I kind of got into that one. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit, but I never finished it, so I don't know what happened. And I understand there's possibly 4 seasons of Heroes, and then there's another one with the Heroes revamped or some shit like that. So anyway, we're going to get to that. So we toasted the creator, and now we move to our list of our illustrious ancestors. For all those that want to get their ancestors on the list, if you do not have your ancestors on the list, you can participate with this process by simply posting the name of your ancestors up. Now, I need to know which platform you are letting me know from, because if it is from Periscope does not show up in the same place as everywhere else, so I will have to write it immediately because it will fade off the screen. All right? But other than that, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, all of those pop up right here, and it'll be up here, and I'll be able to hold off and write it up. So, y'all ready? Y'all ready? So let's get down to the toasting. So we're going to call on our ancestors. And family, it's important that we do this because, like I said, this is what tribes do. We salute our fallen in some cases and our risen in the other cases, right? And we salute and carry on our ancestors, right? Their work and their deeds and the energy that they left us. We carry it out and we reflect it in our lives. But we want to salute where a lot of this energy come, you know what I'm saying? Because the creator, in a sense, transferred energy from itself through them into us. So we want to salute the way that by which it came. We want to proudly salute our ancestors and not be ungrateful, not be ashamed of what some of our ancestors had to put up with in order for us to be here. Those of us that recognize the concept of ADOS understand that we came through a lot of hardship and a lot of bullshit, right? But yet and still we rise. So we want to salute those ancestors that make it possible for us to stand upon them, stand upon the work that they did, right? And we pledge to take their work a step farther, or 2 or 3 or 4. How many steps we could take it and be able to hand it off to the next generation? Legacy building, right? So we call on Miles Brown, Ms. Aaron Robert, Texana Davis, Aaron Brown, Senior, Rosalie Tilly, Georgia, William Walter, Chris Pendergast, and Eileen, Uncle Chris, Alfine, Cleveland, and Geneva Brown, Marco Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis, Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Falar, Montague Pittman L, No More Extra Pet Mont, Ron Malika Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani. Where I stopped. I was trying to go as far as I could by memory. Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Broford, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullian, the Luxter Brothers, Miss Ela Brooks Crawley, Miss Reed Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, John Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Rendelman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Kevin Stradling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melville Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mitchell Copeland, Jenny Clayburg, B.D. Sale, Weller, Vita Farmer, Agoso Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theodis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thorne, Pearl G. Thorne, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thorne, Edgar Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keisha Larice, Linda Watson Hammonds, Gerald Giles Watson, Spells, Flemmy Sullivan Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Major Holmes, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hader Pearson, Surgeon Thorne, Richard Thorne, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Peter Peacock, Willie Thorne, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, Dave Ramsey, Charles E. Thorne, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Harry Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinez, Dama Tep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frederick Russell and Davis. I was going on memory and I lost my place. Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frederick Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Peter Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Harker, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dina Monares, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. We have William Walter West, Nigella Parrish, Elder Basiji Falani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Elise Waters, DeFritis Hines, Ennis Bostic, and the Bostic, Winifred Scott Berry, Wilson Hadley. I keep telling y'all, when that phone rings, there's something wrong, because no one has that number. But we're going to keep on going. Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Print Up Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pena Carter, Mark Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Samuel Evans Sr., Nayland Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jay Brownlee, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacy Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Cleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harry Tubman Case, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Senior, Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doritha Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Lee Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Coper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mae Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Port Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Manila, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Littleton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, and Pierce Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, J.C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Mira Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruth Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robert Lee Caldwell, Neville Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javert McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shakamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Coper, George Swan, Imani Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles Hayes Scott, Michael Morgan, Shirley Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, and Shelby McClendon. We move on to the Black Book. Move on to the Black Book. Shouts out to Miss Regina Alassane, I see you out there. She say, beautiful day, black people. Joella Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Chuck McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Sheldon Jr., David Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joey, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Rob Milkins, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Severn Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkins, Elizabeth Johnson. Frank Smith states, Trice Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khaled is in transition, also known as Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gantz, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominic Nichols, Ruthie Lane Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Margaret III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Desandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alal T. Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem Nkomo, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Towton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, T. Laura Woods Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Eddie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samanda Damon, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence. We got Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Coffer, Ozell Leathers Jr. We raise our glass and we say, Ashe. Family, 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 we move into the present moment. So we saluted our ancestors and we realized the pact that we have with them so that we could move to the future, right? But we got to handle the now. We got to be present in the moment. Right now we are on Kuumba, and I want to give all the Kuumba babies a round of applause. We have a few Kuumba babies in the house. We have a few Kuumba babies in the house. As a matter of fact, throw up your days. Those that are out there, throw up your days. I am Kuji Chaglia. Throw up your days. Let's see who representing the house today. We are on the day of Kuumba. Family, I want you to activate your reticular formations. I want you, while you out there mixing and mingling with folks, find those principles. The principle Kuumba is there. Today is his day, and we're going to celebrate Kuumba. For those that don't understand what Kuumba means, Kuumba means creativity. Creativity. All right. The demonic principle is order. The color is orange, as you see. Cause and effect. Cause and effect is the Hermetic principle. The day name for the day is Kwame. Female name is Ama. Okay? Alright, so we lift up our glass. We salute this present moment because in the morning, Ms. Aisha Exit say she's an Ama. Oh, so you born today. This is your day. Alright, so we raise our glass and we salute this day and all the power that moves with it, and we realize that in this moment we have the ability, we have the power, we have the responsibility of taking our energy and applying it to something so that we can make sure that our children do not go empty-handed, to make sure that our children have the time and space to function, because I want y'all to understand there's people trying to take your time and space, so we have to defend it. Right? Erect our borders. We raise our glass and we say, Ashe. From there we move to our future, our children, our children's children, on to infinity. We salute them, as well as make the promise to them that they will have space, they will have time, and they will have resources to build their monuments to greatness. And I can't wait to see what they do. I really can't. I'm looking so forward to it. I am so thrilled. We raise up our glass, and you know what we say, family? We use the mighty term, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? The question that not only am I asking now, but I think in 1965, Martin Luther King asked the same question. Where do we go from here? From here, family, we move to all of our relations. We toast and we say Ashe. From there, we move on. And I give you that moment, that selfish moment. This is your time, family. What is it that you need to move forward? To move forward in power, to move forward in your greatness right now in this moment. We raise our glass and we say Ashe. From there, family, last but not least, but not least, is this something I forget? I want to toast the most magnificent, the most marvelous, the most outstanding, the most upstanding, the wisest and the strongest individual in the room. I want to lift my glass to you. And with that, we say Ashe. My damn girl. Okay. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. We toast you and we say Ashe. Hey. This is that ambrosia with pineapple. Okay. I see you. I don't know if I'm going to make any more of you, but I see you. So, family, I'm going to play a little bit of music. We're going to open up the lines, and we're going to talk if y'all want to. If not, I'm going to move on because y'all know we have our, what is it called? We have warrior training today, so I want to make sure that I'm there to greet the family. So we will start off with this.
You wear the six-pack coming down your track like that. Check the mic. 1, 2. The 6-yard train comes through. Quicker than a Pentium data for the next millennium. Spirit informs, no conforms to the norms. Dropping bombs, I let it, said it, meant it. Here to represent it. Some live off the labels of the old school. Mold you, and that's the trend. What I tend to seize you tack ain't new. In fact, just bits and pieces of the tree. Recycling fragments of rubble from a somewhat familiar voice. And so many MC and so whole lot of choice. This won't make me popular. Popular. Lyrics that appeal and flock to ya. I yourself, I'm just as accurate as Doppler. I'm rocking ya. Spiritual sipping, sopping my fly it up and it goes, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. I said I go. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. Dearly beloved, people gathered here to bring up the real peace before we yell. We shed no more tears for fears when I'm chucking my spear. I'm that spook who sat by the door waiting for the big score while you're trying to get yours from the capitalist whore. And the red, white, and blue haunted stacks and mini. She shimmy, you follow your swallow users. Non-producers, consumers, consume propaganda's got me fuming. My people are doomed. Power to the people, power to the seekers. Instead we're reduced to amps and speakers. $200 sneakers, acquisitions of designer suits. Benz and Lexus, battle with sexes, sports utility, trucks and such with slaves to a quick buck. We run amok. How far can we run when we're stuck? The race is won by wisdom, not muscle. Still we all struggle. Should be excused the hustle for instant gratification, perpetuation of culture mutilation. Y'all, hey. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. I go. I said, hey y'all, hey. Hey y'all, we should be reaching for Orion. Instead, we have a love affair with dying. Getting drunk till we fold, and those who we flowed. Does the superficial high suffice for the lows? No time for idle. Introspection and life lessons are everyone's Quran, Torah, Bible. Bloodless east defeats.
Okay, you need a shirt.
The temple falls off from foreign chemicals, toxins, and meats. You call food enriched when it's stripped of nutrients and bleach. I'm not meant to be bleached when flesh tone band-aids on peace. Every native / European contract was breached. What would Ebonics do for the disenfranchised? Mumia gets no justice cause Mumia is despised. Reverse discrimination versus racism will never be tied. English the bastard language of the nerd, so civilized. As different like tongues is what the Western language is. So isn't broken English like a double negative? Yo, hey. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey. I go. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Is it English like a double negative? Yo, hey.
Alright. I'm seeing what I wanted to see. Alright, I can take that off. Alright. Hey y'all, that was Brother Malik. And the title of the track is Hey Y'all. Once again, one of those Columbus legends. Giving them a round of applause. Alright, got a couple minutes before I got to get up out of here, so we're going to have the open lines. We'll do it longer for tomorrow, 614-556-4535. That is the black line that bring you straight into the black cave so you can talk to the black man. God damn it. Oh, Lord have mercy, 614-556-4535. If you got a comment, if you got a question, if you have something you want to share, is there an event coming up that we need to know about in the Gye-Nyame family nationwide? You know, because one of the things I could do, I could pull up because this is what's crazy, right? I'm doing all of this streaming far as YouTube and all that, right? But my bread and butter is the podcast, right? Because I'm getting downloads. Like I used to, every now and then people would listen, then I would get a download that might, download here, download. But shit, I'm doing like 50, 60 downloads per month. I mean, and for me, those are amazing numbers. It's like 56 downloads. What in the hell? You know what I'm saying? So, so I got people all over, getting pieces of what we do here on the journey. So family, we could discuss whatever it is that's on your mind. Once again, call in lines are 614-556-4535. And if you want to talk comics, if you want to talk politics, we could talk about almost anything. I am well versed in many subjects. I'm constantly on the study. I study so much I get on my own kids' nerves. They're like, damn, you don't do nothing but listen. We can't even listen to no fucked up music. And I want to thank somebody because somebody out there posted up a picture of circling the wagons.
Gina's put on my shirt. She said I can't.
What shirt? Is that her shirt?
Yes.
Jenna, give it to us so there ain't no issues. It's real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. She had that shirt on for about 2 hours now. And you didn't say nothing to her at all. But that's cool. Just give it to her, Gina.
I didn't know she still had it.
Or whatever. It don't make no difference to me. Alright, so, somebody posted up. It posted up here about 3 times. Circling the wagons. Damn. Well, maybe you keep on going. I don't know. It's kind of scary because it's still up there. I'm like, all right. So let's go to it. I'm going to click on it. Maybe it's an article or something. But it's a beautiful picture of people circling wagons. And family, that's exactly what we're doing here at Gye-Nyame Journey. Part of what we're doing is promoting people to circle the wagons. Because if you can't take care of yourself, if you can't take care of your own, you definitely will not be able to take care of other people. Got to take care of yourself first, family. And I understand the sentiments of many of of our more spiritually inclined individuals, but people that don't take care of themselves, and don't look out for themselves, you always have to have that element. You got to have that altruistic aspect, but you also got to have the practical aspect. You know what I'm saying? You have all aspects of people, and in the center is where we meet so that we can make sure that we are able to make sure that there's something here for our children. That's the whole purpose of our lives, family. If we're not leaving, if we are not building legacy, if we are not leaving them something. If it's nothing like, if you can't leave them nothing but ideas, you need to at least leave that there. You know what I'm saying? Put your shit put it in a book. It's so much cheaper to produce books now than it was when I was young. Right? Create a legacy that you can leave your children. You know what I'm saying? Videos and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Podcasts. You know, I am advocating that all my people, right, become citizen journalists, right? Because we had an opportunity to do this. We could do this. We could build something of substance, right? Using the tools that's out here for us. My fault. Because I think YouTube is about to be snatched away from us. You know what I'm saying? Not because of the hackers. No. They watch these shows, but not because of the hackers, but because of the way the rules are going, right? So what we have to understand is that we are going to have to definitely build something of our own eventually. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna need certain protections, right? Because like I said, one of my sons came to me and spoke to me yesterday. He used the example of a Monopoly board and playing Monopoly, and everybody, you know, I ain't never played Monopoly with my kids, but the way we're talking about playing Monopoly, Gina's advertising some Cerebro Lux made by another Columbus legend, Brother Storm. We got some up in the house. You know what I'm saying? I was going to do a giveaway, but you know, I'm finding out that I'm paying for shit that don't even work sometimes, and it's getting very frustrating. But anyway, that's neither here or there. But I can't remember what I was on. So once again, call in line 614-556-4535. Once again, call in number 614-556.
He was talking about YouTube.
Oh yeah, YouTube getting cut. So what's happening is that because small media outlets like what I'm doing right here, talking to a very few amount of people, is becoming dangerous for the status quo, right? Because it's individuals like me that's saying vote in a certain way, and you got something to say don't vote. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, the word is getting out, right? And they're seeing the effects of what these small outlets in the hands of the right people can do, right? So what they're going to do is they eventually are going to eliminate a lot of these channels. This is why when I'm going through because I'm giving y'all hints as I'm going through my timeline is becoming very weak and watered down. I never had heroes pop up on my timeline before. I never had shows like what is it called? The one I just got done telling you I'm watching right now, season 1. Boardwalk Empire pop up on my timeline. But it's all happening right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting up here like, wow. So I used to be able to find engaging content, but the content is not as engaging as it was. This is why I keep telling y'all, sign up for the Black Signal, right? Because I'm trying to build up, first off, that the list, so that if something happened and I'm not able to podcast or to stream out my thoughts, you know what I'm saying? I still will be able to get in contact with you and let you know what I'm doing, because there's other ways that we could get around all this stuff. Do not think that Brother Hatim has not already been considering all that. Sister Kim is saying her Wi-Fi is terrible, can't call in, but we appreciate you listening in, and I hope all is well over there. You know what I'm saying? Our libations are with you. You know what I'm saying? The family energy is with you. And you never told us what day you was born on, Sister Kim. What is your principle? Family out there that's listening, what is your principle? You know what I'm saying? Because maybe we could talk about some of that. But once again, we have our warrior training today at 3 o'clock over at the Millennium Community School.
I thought it was 2.
No, it's 3. It started at 3. That's why I'm still doing this right now, young lady. Little young lady, you're asking all them questions, right? You know, we can talk about your principle. We can talk about the things that go along with it and how this little system that Gye-Nyame has formulated and pulled up out the universe can help you, right? So, Also, like I said, we open for anything, any other conversation. It's some news that I haven't been, and then on top of that, my news timeline is weak. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love comics, but now they're inundating my timeline with comic book information. So now I got to start clicking less. So less. Okay, I'm glad Goku got a new... They're going to have to do something with Dragon Ball Super soon, alright? Get that shit up out of here. Alright? But they're inundating me with stuff. And it's like, I used to get, every day I was able to find content on reparations. Every day I was able to find content on the state of Black America. But now I'm getting less and less. So now I have to depend on y'all. Right? We have to depend on each other to get each other information about what's going on. This is why we have to be able to talk. You understand? And that's why I set up Toast and Talk, because it's like, boom, I got interesting news. I got stuff that's interesting to me, right? About our situation. But is it interesting to you? Somebody else posted something up on the timeline. Let me read it. It says, this is an ancestral invocation prayer. It's Babalawo Orisha. Babalawo Orisha. My uplifted ancestors, guide, fierce protectors, and skilled healers, please stand with me. Hatim, they say your name. Child of Francis and Cecil. Be with me in this moment and guide me along my road with a cool head and a clear mind. I am root of your root, soil of your soil, bone of your bone, and blood of your blood, not deaf to our sincere cries, nor blind to our honest placations. Keep the gifts of perfect health, wealth, and prosperity close so that we may honor and grow your legacy. I have not forgotten my commitment to our lineage, and I vow to never forget. Thank you. Family, I mean, we've been living that pledge. Those of you that's been tuning in, never forget. We will never forget. So now what's going on is what it's showing me is now I have to go and get back and learn how to do Twitter. I got to learn Twitter all over again if I ever want to get some more news up on our timeline. But once again, family, this is not my timeline. This is our timeline. And if it's lacking in news, it's because we don't have nothing to talk about. Is this true? Is this true? We don't have nothing important, nothing pressing that's popping up in our community. We got to depend on Sister Kim to call in from Wazadugu to have a conversation on Gye-Nyame journey. Is that what's going on? Right? All right, we got you know, I'm just throwing it out there. You know, but I thank those that have been posting up, and those of you that do that it shows up Gye-Nyame journey, please post your name up there too, so that unless you don't want nobody to know your name, so I can send you out some shouts, because I want to make sure that those people that that are posting, you know, get the props that they deserve. Right? So now I found an article called Crazy Rich Nigerians, and I will explain why I put this up here. Nigerians' anger and frustration are deservedly directed to the government, but few point to the special breed of Nigerians, the crazy rich Nigerians. This is from a site called Africa's a Country. It says Africa is a country. That a Nigerian billionaire and his daughter recently traveled to Italy just to buy ice cream. Let's see the date on this shit. This was published 1/13/2020. I want y'all now, because I want y'all to listen to this. That a Nigerian billionaire and his daughter recently traveled to Italy just to buy ice cream has generated a lot of reactions by Nigerians on social media. My sense from reading those reactions is that the Nigerians are yet to come to terms with the fundamental problem of class. It is no news that Nigeria is one of the most economically unequal countries in the world, but what always baffles me is that our flaccid anger and apathetic frustrations are always directed to the undoubtedly unresponsive government, while no one ever points at the special breed of Nigerian known as the crazy rich Nigerian. Now, family, I'm gonna read a little bit more of this, but y'all can continue reading this because I have many of us that say, hey, we don't have to be here. We could go to Africa. And they don't have an understanding of the complications of pulling up from here and moving to another country. And I'm not. Slow down. Hey, pump your brakes. Because many people are like, we go to Africa. Family, let me read this again. It is no news that Nigeria is one of the most economically unequal countries in the world. Now, America is at the top of that list too, but you have supports here. Right? Now, you're going to move from a country that has inequality to another country without equality, but in that country you will not be a citizen. So we're running from here to a place where people don't even treat the people right that look like them, that look like you. We have rich people in these African countries that don't even know they black. As a matter of fact, they don't even consider themselves black unless it's an advantage to them. They consider themselves part of their nationality. They use their national status to define themselves, or they use their tribal status. Now, this is the one thing that we're trying to get straight here, family. We're trying to get you to at least be able to identify your national status as well as your tribal status. And make everybody respond to that tribal status and that national status and get you what you need. Do not leave this country until we get what we are supposed to get. Then you can go live anywhere that you want. Let me say that again. We need boots on the ground, and we need people that are able to talk to other people, especially our people, because we got a bunch of ignorant people out here thinking that first off, it's a lot better over here than it is. There's no issues. You know what I'm saying? And that the shit that we doing is natural. Family, this idea has been formulating in my head and it's been bothering me. And I want you to sit down. I want you to sit down and I want you to listen to this. Because there's an issue that we have to deal with, and we have to talk to each other's family. I know it's some family that's not on here. Some people that are not family that may be listening in. Let me see how many people before I go on and make this statement. Yeah, because the numbers are dropping off because we're starting to have that serious talk. It's cool. But listen, family, my family has been here. I could count back 8 generations. On certain aspects, certain sides of my family. This is me counting back. And there's one or two things that we have to be able to deal with. And this is going to be painful for some of you. But I have to say it, and I want you to really think about it and not just respond out of anger, but I want you to take a second. I want you to think about this. Either your people are truly inept, unskilled, ignorant, worthless. Either our people are totally inept and all the stereotypes fit us, And we deserve what we have right now. That's choice one. Or two, there has been some plot, some force working to hold us back. There is no way, family. Listen, 8 generations. If we just give each generation 20 years, that's 160 years my family has been on this soil. At least 160 years. 160 years. And we still, in many cases, is passing on dust. What was going on? See, because this is part of the discussion that you need to be having with people. Because if they, how can I put it? If they're coming at you saying that what we're talking about here on Gye-Nyame Journey and what ADOS is talking about, or even FBA and all these other groups, if what they are talking about is garbage, then I want you, this is what you need to, I want you to admit that your ancestors were idiots. I want you to admit that your grandmother and grandfather were fools. I want you to admit that your family line was never shit and has never been shit. Because for people to look at what we're discussing and to brush it off is the same as them saying, it's them saying, think about it, it's them saying, it's your fault. And if you accept that it's our fault, then me and you and anybody in Gye-Nyame that you may be around do not need to have a goddamn conversation with you anymore. Because you are basically accepting the bullshit that other people are saying. And you agree with them and they're right. You are not owed a debt. You're not owed a debt because you are not capable of controlling yourself.
Now I gotta take 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I'm still. Yeah. Hopefully, if you still out there, I'm coming. Just hold on.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just because I want to lay down to you what's being said, right? What the actual, because it breaks down to those two simple choices. Either our ancestors was totally inept, either our people are naturally and inherently docile and inherently unable to compete, or there has been something laid before us that has systematically and purposely destroyed everything and stopped every progress or limit every benefit that we have been able to get. One or two things. I mean, like I said, the lines are open. I got a couple more minutes before I got to get out of here because people going to start calling me because I got to pick up some people for the warrior training. 614 614-556-4535. Alright, so my daughter's experimenting with yogurt. So that'll be a mess that somebody will have to clean up.
Me?
Alright, whatever. I don't like your cleaning. Oh yeah, I appreciate that you say that, but we'll see when it's time, right? Real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. But family, I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm gonna get up off of here and I'm gonna keep it moving. I want to thank those that took the time to stop in with us at Gye-Nyame Journey and to lift up the glass and salute those ancestors. And I open up the lines. I give it opportunity, but we can have a longer conversation tomorrow because I don't have. No, I don't have anywhere I have to be tomorrow.
Look at frozen yogurt, guys. Homemade. Homemade, delicious.
Well, we didn't make the yogurt. Now I can show y'all how to make yogurt, but nah, I mean that's a lot of work. It's the same process of making ambrosia. Damn near.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I can teach you how to make yogurt. It's nothing. Yeah, I can. It's nothing but us doing a little bit of research and making yogurt. Ooh, so now somebody about to get cussed out when because I everybody know I do a goddamn show. So before you call Brother Hot Tim, make sure I'm not streaming. All right, so listen, I'm up, I'm out. We've been on exactly 1 hour in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
We have been on exactly an hour and we are off. Peace, family. Y'all have a great day. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to get in touch with me on the timeline, on Gye-Nyame Journey timeline. You can inbox us on the Facebook page, as well as hit us up on the YouTube page as well. So, family, this is Brother Hot Tim. I want to thank you for your time and your patience. Also, remember, you can check out our free e-course. Check out our free e-course, www.free-ecourse.com. Hopefully it took. Also, you can go to gnjmedia.live, gnjmedia.live. And check out the tip jar. I'm going to throw that up there, boom. As well, gnjmedia.live/cheat. One love, fam. One won't be at Warrior Training today. I can dig it, Brother Kwame. I appreciate you letting me know. Last but not least, if you want to help Gye-Nyame Journey, because we will be hitting hard on these fundraisers real soon, because we will be raising funds for the Malcolm X Festival, and we also have a speaker coming to town. Brother Kwame, since you're on the line, can you please post that up? It's Brother Bonacci, and he will be up here. I want to make sure I get the date right and the price. So post that up real quick before I get up out of here. And we will be throwing the ads out starting tomorrow. So y'all see them tomorrow.
Guys, so make sure.
What's up?
Come in every morning because we're still doing a giveaway.
Oh, Gina said still check us out in the morning. Maybe we'll do a giveaway tomorrow. What y'all think about that?
Can I tell them something?
Yes, you can tell them something.
Watch Heroes!
She said watch Heroes.
Watch Heroes.
I'm trying to. Heroes is an old show. That show was out in 2007. The show is older than your brother. I'm just letting you know. I mean, it was older than Cleve. Wisdom was young. So we will have Brother Bonacci coming in on February 8th, 2020, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the MCS. It will be a $10 fee. We will have some way where you can buy tickets in advance because we want to make sure. Excuse me.
You okay, Daddy?
I don't know.
What is it?
That just happened out of the blue.
I was looking.
Well, lock it. All right, family. Tickets will be 10 p.m. on February 8th. He'll be speaking at the Millennium Community School. Come on out. Go lock that door. Go lock that door. Go lock that door. She can't do it. Go lock the door. All right, family. Security first. It's real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. I don't know what just happened, but something might be going wrong. So the door was slightly open. Oh, God. Let me get up off here before somebody ran up in my crib. All right. This is Brother High Tim. We are out, ladies. Y'all get ready. The mail came? Oh, that's what it was? Okay. All right, we out. Peace, family.